Good morning, boys and girls. It's Yvonne Kessel, Mr. Ken's wife, and I'm back again to read some more interesting facts on the 100 things to know about the planet Earth. And today we're going to read about a fleet of rubber ducks. And I love rubber ducks. I think they're fun. They squeak, they make all kinds of fun noises, and when you put them in your bathtub, they float with you. I love the rubber ducks. But did you know that rubber ducks can help to track how the oceans move? It says that in 1992, a shipping container transporting 29,000 yellow ducks and other bath toys was broken in a storm. It plunged its contents into the Pacific Ocean. The oceanographers are people who study the ocean and the things in it, have since used these toys as trackers, following their journeys to find out more about ocean currents. And if you think about it, that makes sense because they float in our bathtub, so they would float in the ocean too. And if they put a sensor in them and then followed the sensor, they'd be able to tell whether the ocean comes in or goes out, or whether it swirls in circles, or how it moves. It says the ocean currents carried about 19,000 toys to the south. These eventually washed up in Australia, Indonesia, and South America. And isn't that interesting? 29,000 ducks, but 19,000 of them went south. The rest drifted north. So if you take 29,000 and subtract 19,000, that's 10,000 went north. In 1993, 400 toys reached the coast of Alaska, which is really far north. And it was 2,000 miles from the site where they were spilled into the ocean. In 1995, more toys were found around the frozen Arctic ice, which is even more north than Alaska. That's 2,800 miles from the spill site. And so it's interesting because of the 29,000 ducks, 19,000 went south, 400 went up to Alaska, and it doesn't say how many went up to the Arctic, but that's a pretty long distance for them to travel. In 2001, toys were spotted off of the coast of Newfoundland, and Newfoundland is 5,900 miles, 5,900 miles from the site that it was dropped in the ocean. And then, this is the big one, in 2007, the first few reached Europe, which one being found on a beach in Scotland went 10,250 miles from the site that they were dumped into the ocean. It says today 2,000 toys remain adrift, which means they're still out there floating in the ocean somewhere. So in 1992, 2,900 ducks all got dumped into the ocean, and today there's still 2,000 of them out at sea, and we're in 2020. So that is a very long time. That's almost 20 years ago. 25 years ago, actually. It says oceanographers usually use floating trackers, sending out about 1,000 at a time. Because there were so many floating toys, it's helped scientists build a much more detailed picture of the movement of the planet's seas and oceans. So it tells them how it actually managed to go. And if you look right here at the map, it shows that they went all over where the toys went. They went in all different directions, and here's where they were spilled, and then here's where they went south into these places, and then some of them went north and all the way up through this canal here into the Arctic Ocean and all the way around North America. So here's Alaska up here, and these went all the way around the north part of America. And then some were found in Newfoundland right here off of this side. Some went down and then got washed back up again, and then were found in Scotland and in Europe. And that is a very, very long trip. Can you imagine traveling that far? I sure can't. So that's interesting. I think that also helps us to understand what happens with some of the things that get dumped into the ocean that don't float. Some of them move around just like that too. And we talked about that with the whales and the sea life before, with plastic bags and different garbage. So we have to be careful about that. But this is very interesting because it does help them to teach us how the flow of the ocean and the seas go. So I hope that's interesting to you. That's one of our 100 things to know about planet Earth. And we're going to keep going forward with more of these every day. And I hope that you'll join us again. Have a safe day, a happy day, and a healthy day. It's beautiful, sunny outside. Maybe get a chance to take a little bit of a walk. And think about those rubber ducks the next time you have them in your bathtub. We'll talk to you soon. We love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.